Hi, I'm Peter Sibelius, the founder of medicaldevicehq.com. In this video, I will present to you how our blended courses work so that you can figure out if this kind of training would work for you. I believe this is the future of training as it produces superior results compared to both online-only and classroom-only training. But don't take my word for it. At the end of this video, I will also be relaying some surprisingly good feedback on what our course participants think about our blended courses. Now, blended courses combine online training with classroom training. This type of training provides you with the best of both worlds. Have you ever attended a traditional classroom course that was a bit fast-paced for some and a bit too slow for others? Or people were overwhelmed by the amount of information they received, or there were too many people on the course to get time to ask questions. With the blended course, we have resolved all of these problems and then some. Because with the blended course, you start with a pre-recorded online course and get to learn the theory up front at your own pace. You can pause, resume, and repeat as much as you like. There are quizzes throughout the online course, so you can check that you have really understood the content. But maybe you have taken an online course before and think that online courses can be dreadful. You would be right. Many online courses are really poor quality. So what could you expect from the online courses I'm offering you? Well, they look and sound and appear just like this video. This is recorded and produced just like we produce any of our online course videos. So if you think this quality is okay, you're going to like the online course. And then there is the live virtual classroom session. This is your chance to get any questions you may have answered directly from the instructor on the course. The maximum number of participants is 8, so there will be room for discussions and questions. You will also get to apply the theory during the hands-on workshops with expert guidance from the instructor. The practical workshops are done in groups of 2 to 4 people, where you will get a chance to actually practice what you have learned. But the classroom session is so much more than just that, because when you attend the blended course, you not only get the training, but you also get a lot of valuable digital resources such as premium templates of procedures or forms and checklists that you can keep after the course and use to help you in your future work. These resources are available in the medicaldevicehq.com web store, and you will find that the value of these resources may exceed the price of the classroom session. And you will get a printed course companion that you can use as a reference in the future. Now let's dig into the blended course process. All our courses start with learning goals. That is our promise to you about what we will achieve together during the training. You can inquire about our learning goals on our website or in our brochure to see if they're relevant to you. And if they are, you will probably want to get started straight away, right? This is one of the great advantages of a blended course. You don't have to wait. I'm happy to say that for some of our courses, you can start your online training as soon as you register. For some courses, you will be invited to start the online part about 10 days before the classroom session. One of the first things that you will do on the online course is a pre-course assessment, which is a short quiz where we measure what you know before taking the course. We will also be asking a few questions about you so that we get to know you a bit. The online course is self-paced, so you can pause and resume the course anytime you like, and you can repeat things if you don't get it the first time. All in all, the online course normally takes between 6 and 12 hours to complete. The videos are normally between 5 and 10 minutes long, which most people report provide good chunks of information. Now, most videos will have quizzes associated with them, which will let you gauge your progress and learning through the course. This is something that participants report as being super valuable. The questions come from question banks and are randomized to make them less predictable. In fact, the quiz questions will not be the same each time, so you are recommended to take the checkpoint quizzes more than once. Once you have completed the online training, it's time for the final exam. You need to achieve 85% on the final exam before attending the classroom session. This is to ensure that you are at the same level as the others when we meet. That way we can have as meaningful discussions and workshops as possible during the classroom session. So far, the online course has been focused on the theory. During the classroom course, we switch focus from theory to practice. There is virtually no new theory presented during the classroom session. Instead, it's focused on practicing what you have learned so far. We're using real-life examples and cases, meaning things that you would be doing in your regular work, and there is time for discussions and questions. So the classroom session is held either as a face-to-face course or live virtually using software. Surprisingly enough, delivering the classroom session virtually does offer some benefits compared to being in a classroom. And I'm not only talking about the fact that you don't have to travel to a course venue and spend time on that, but the fact that the workshops get more realistic since you will be working in real documents on your personal computer. In a traditional classroom workshop, there will often be one person with a pen on the whiteboard, but in this case, you will use virtual breakout rooms using shared documents, which means that more work is done individually, but with support from coworkers and from me, the instructor. In my experience, you will learn more during these types of workshops compared to regular face-to-face workshops. After the classroom session, there will be a course evaluation, which is mandatory to complete. It is a part of the verification of effectiveness of the training, where we will ask you relevant questions to gauge if we have created the desired outcome and reached the learning goals. And lastly, upon successful completion, you will receive the course certificate for the course. Now that was the blended course process in a nutshell. Before getting to the quite surprising statistics and what people are saying about this course, let me comment on a few things. Let's see if you agree with me. Now, the beauty of the blended course is that my time as an instructor is used more wisely. Basically, we have flipped the classroom so that my time is switched from presenting theory in the classroom to guiding you in workshops and answering questions. And that means that the classroom sessions can be held with smaller groups. We all know it's easier to raise your hand in a room with a handful of people and ask a question compared to being in a room with 25 people. And smaller groups mean that we can have the courses more often, which is less waiting time for you. Even though I'm convinced you will get more value from this course than a traditional classroom course, the good news is that the price is lower. This means you can attend more training on the same training budget. That is great for your career and budget. And no travel time or CO2 emissions are wasted to travel to the classroom when it's live virtual. And yes, you can even take this course from your bed if you like. And the online course plays on mobile as well, so if you're commuting, make use of that time on your way to work, assuming you're not the one driving. Lastly, what have we learned from the course evaluations? All participants on our public blended courses have reported that they learned more or even a lot more on this type of course compared to a traditional 2-day classroom course. In total, our public blended courses receive an average course grade of 4.9 out of 5. And 100% of participants agreed they would either be likely or extremely likely to recommend this course. I'm convinced this is the future of learning, but if you are still hesitant about taking the full blended course to get the practice and all the valuable resources, you can start with the online part and decide later on to register for the classroom session. Now, do you also think that we will see more of this kind of training in the future? Do you think that you could benefit from more training? If yes, then register for the next blended course. I hope to see you on a course very soon.